Welcome to Cycle to Cradle, the space where we decode the real language of womanhood. Today, we're diving into something that happens to all of us, but rarely gets the attention it deserves. Your period. What if I told you it's actually sending you messages about your health? Your period is your health report. Think of your menstrual cycle like a monthly report card from your body. Late periods, heavy flow, light flow, mid-cycle spotting, or intense cramps aren't just random. They're your body waving a little red flag. For example, an irregular cycle could hint at stress, hormonal imbalance, thyroid issues, or PCOS. Now, I know this might sound woo-woo, but stick with me because it's actually really interesting and could potentially change your life. So let's dive in. What does your cycle actually feel like? That's the first question that we need to ask ourselves. Most people only pay attention to how bad their cramps are, whether or not they have any. But there's actually 4 different sensations that your cycle can give you, and each one of them is trying to tell you something very important about your health. The first one is a heavy flow, and that's actually telling you that you have a cold or a viral infection. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that you have a fever. It just means that your immune system is compromised and there's an imbalance of either too much heat or too much cold in your body. You want to find ways to warm up and create balance between hot and cold. For example, if you have a really heavy flow, maybe you should add more hot water bottles, heating pads, things like that to bring the heat into your body. If you have a really light flow, then maybe you should be adding more cold things like ice packs or frozen vegetables to create more of a cooling sensation. The second sensation that your cycle gives you is when you have lots of clotting. And this is kind of similar to a heavy flow, but it's actually telling you that there's stagnation happening in your blood. This happens when we don't move our bodies enough or we don't stretch enough. This also happens if someone has an IUD. So make sure you check those out if you're curious. But basically, clots are a sign that there's some stagnation going on, and you need to move that energy and get the blood moving. My favorite thing to do for clots is to get on my hands and knees and do some sort of movement where I'm switching back and forth from side to side and forward and back. This gets the lymphatic system moving and helps to clear out the clots. The third sensation is a light flow with no clots. And this is actually a good thing. This is telling you that your hormones are balanced and everything is flowing well. The only time this is not a good thing is if you're expecting a period and it doesn't show up. That's called oligia, and it's actually a sign of estrogen dominance. So if you're having cycles that are really light with no clots, no pain, and you're wondering why aren't you getting your period every month, it's likely because you're getting too many false signals from your body that everything is okay and you need to keep making more estrogen. To fix this, you need to start balancing your hormones and getting rid of excess estrogen. I have tons of information on that as well. And the fourth sensation is the missed period. Now, this is different than the last one because in this one, you're not having any bleeding at all. You may have some spotting or some other type of bleeding, but it's not a full-blown period. This is actually a sign that your body is in too much stress and you need to calm down. This could be from stress in your life, or it could be from stress within your own body. An easy way to fix this is to do a full body scan to see if there's any areas that are really tense and work on releasing that tension. My favorite way to do this is by getting a massage, either by myself or by a partner. So there you have it, the 4 different sensations that your cycle can give you and what they're actually trying to tell you. Most women just live in pain, and they ignore these messages that their body is sending them. But when you pay attention to what your body is trying to communicate, you can actually prevent illness and disease and optimize your health. If you're interested in learning more about what your period is trying to tell you, I have an entire course called Period Power. In this course, I go through everything you could possibly want to know about your menstrual cycle, including what each day of your cycle is trying to teach you. I also go through what foods you should be eating during each phase of your cycle to optimize your hormones. And we even do a deep dive into what happens after a woman hits menopause. I use real science and real research to back up everything that I'm teaching. And I include a bunch of resources like recipes and handouts and worksheets to help you implement everything that you learn. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.